Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the brand new Warhammer 40,000 9th edition Necrons Codex Collector's Edition. It's right here in this package. I'm super excited about it. I won't need a knife to open this one. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Might need a knife to get into the plastic wrapping, if there is plastic wrapping, which there is. Look at this, absolutely incredible. Oh, I love this artwork. The front cover just screams science fiction to me. It really does, and I much prefer this front cover to the Space Marine one. I have a massive Space Marine army, but I didn't get the Collector's Edition Codex, and it's because of that artwork right there. Let's open this up and we'll have a very nice look at this. I will be comparing the rules in this 9th edition Codex to its older 8th edition brother, which I received a while ago. And what that means is I will be giving away the standard edition of the Necrons Codex through the Discord, so please do join the Discord if you can. It's just Super Saiyan with the channel, and you'll find details there. It's not a YouTube giveaway. I won't be giving it away on here. I will be doing it through the Discord and announcing the winner through Discord, so please do get yourselves on over there, and you'll find information on how to enter and how to win. So grab yourself a hot beverage. I forgot to mention we're joined today by the lovely hot coffee. And let's have a detailed look at this. Oh, it's lovely. It feels so smooth and soft. I mean, wow, it's fantastic. Yeah, love these soft touch, and the cover just goes all the way over it. It's very green, very Kawasaki Ninja. It's got this symbol there. Order, unity, obedience. We taught the galaxy these things long ago, and we will do so again. So, yeah, it looks fantastic. It feels so good. The pages are kind of this black, but Necron-y kind of colour, I guess. Then you've got the Game of Thrones Season 5 artwork, I think, on these pages. Let's set it down and we'll have a detailed look at it. Okay, so that's probably the best view for this. That's the first page. Aeons they have slumbered, while stars have wheeled through the heavens and empires have risen and fallen to dust. Yet all things have their time, and amidst the flames and madness of the galaxy's death throes, so theirs has come again. There's the contents. So you've got 120 pages on the nose, the same number of pages as the previous Necron Codex. Of course, it's published in 2020. Got the introduction, and then you've got some lore about the Necrons from page 40 to 37. Yeah, you've got the rules, page 48, different dynasties, army rules, crusade rules, and then data sheets start at page 80 and then they finish at 110. So you pretty much got 30 pages of data sheets there. You've got some war gear points and rules reference. Here's the introduction, and what better way to start it than with the Silent King. Got the front cover artwork. And then you've got the lore, so in search of immortality, the war in heaven, the awakening. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to reading all of this. They're going against the Tau there. Eldritch Artifice. Warzone Amenhotep II, or Amenhotep II. I love these planetary pieces here with the little captions and page furniture. Tomb Worlds. There you go. There's the Awakening Empire. Slowly but surely. If you wanted to know, there's Sarkhan Empire. Oh, another one there. says Sarakan. Hierarchy of the Necrons. So you've got a Pharaon, you've got a Royal Court, Legions, Canoptek constructs, and then Catan shards. The Zarakan dynasty, and then the Sautek dynasty, the Mefrit dynasty, Nefrek, Nyalak, Novok. And then the Myriad dynasties. Make your own dynasty. A little bit of a story piece there from the Eldari lore. Oh, lovely piece of artwork. Look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Wow. Silent King, supreme ruler of the Necron dynasties. Hands of the Triarch. Oh, so wow, so you've got a 2-page spread about the Silent King. Well, 4 pages, I guess. Then it goes into depth of the other characters in Necron, so Imhotep, Trazyn the Infinite, Illuminor Zeras, the Architect of Biotransference, Orokan the Diviner, Master of Past and Future, Zandrek and Oberon, the Time Lost Lord and his faithful defender, Anrakir, the Traveller, and then Dynastic Panoply. Oh, this is interesting and new. Wow, so you've got some nice new pictures of the models there, the new models that are coming out. Right here, you've got the Ophidian Destroyers, which are kind of like Wraiths, kind of like Destroyers. You've got the Lockhurst Heavy Destroyer with a Gauze Destructor, or the Enmitic Exterminator. I think I might give him the Enmitic Exterminator. Depends what the rules are in this book, really. You've got the Hexmark Destroyer as well. You've got the Silent King, Zarek. Looks absolutely fantastic. Then you've got some of the new models as well, such as the Necron Overlord. We've had the Technomancer before, then the Royal Warden in the Indomitus box set, and we've got the brand new flayed ones there. Oh, they look really gruesome. I can't wait. Maybe they'll come out for Halloween, who knows. Look at this. Amazing. You've got the Void Dragon right there. Looks bigger than the Silent King. I think it will be, like with the wings, but it is on this sort of raised platform here. Fantastic. You've got the new Necrons. And what on earth is that at the background? I think it's just a scenery piece. So you've got the rules. Combat Patrol. Detachment abilities. You've got the Dynastic Codes. That's quite nice. Ancient Dynasties, Dynastic Traditions and the Circumstances of Awakening. You've got the Stratagems. Strange way of putting these stratagems, kind of like just on the page colour themselves rather than in blocks. I guess this is a new way of doing it now, because this is my first ever 9th edition Codex. The Dynastic Stratagems. Nice new bit of artwork there, looks incredible. Cryptek Arcana, or Arcana. Warlord traits, Dynastic Warlord traits as well. You've got some relics there, everything from Void Reapers to Narrow Scarab Casket. I nearly read that as basket. You've got Infinity Mantles, Blood Scythes, Solar Staffs. Great set of relics to get your teeth into. Powers of the Catan. You've got separate powers there and unique Catan powers. Chapter Approve rules. Crusade rules. Lots of rules in these 9th edition codexes. Lots. Different battle traits and requisitions, dynastic epithets. Weapon enhancements, battle scars, Crusade relics, and then the Crusade army. That green is very awesome, isn't it? I like that colour. So data sheets, here we go then. This is probably one of the main reasons why you're watching this first look. I won't go too much into detail, but I'll pick out some of the points that are relevant and catch my eye. Now, this is my first 9th edition Codex. Already, I like the layout a lot. Of course, I would prefer, again, and I've always said this, to have a full picture of the model in some kind of battle or going up against something, first and foremost, at the top, with the datasheet itself below. If that doubles the number of pages in codexes, so be it. I'm happy to take that plunge, have 1 page per unit. What GW are doing at the moment is they're kind of blending it. They're giving you a lot of rules and lore, but in terms of these datasheets right now, it's very much, this looks very much copy and paste, straight from the app. So they're designing it on the app, they're putting it on the app as is, and then they're just dragging it and putting it on here. To me, that's lazy. I would much rather them put more effort into the codexes, into these datasheet areas. It's good that you've got pictures of the models, and yes, of course, models do change, especially nowadays they change very quickly. But I would still prefer the older style where you've got the datasheet at the bottom and you've got the model at the top. And then maybe mix and match it and have the datasheet at the top and the model at the bottom. But I prefer just one kind of format. This to me screams like they've just grabbed a load of the data sheets and they've just thrown them on this section. I much prefer them to actually take some time and give you something extra in the codexes that you're paying for. Maybe I've got my tinfoil hat on today. Maybe I'm looking at it that they want to push the app as far as they possibly can right now. Because, buying a codex every few years for £20 or so, they would much rather you spend the £50 every year, or just have that regular income of £4 a month. You see a lot of subscription services, and it's much more sustainable if you have that monthly roll-on amount. Anyway, that being said, that's my own opinions and things on this. It starts off with Canoptek the Stormlord. A very odd choice to start with, but I guess they have to start somewhere, and they've started it with the name character. So you've got Canoptek the Stormlord. I don't know whether I have that model. I don't think I do. You've got Orican the Diviner. In my review, I will go through all of these data sheets in much more detail, go through their whole data sheets one by one, and this is just like a first look, of course. You've got Anrakar the Traveller. You've got Vargard Oberon. You've got Illuminor Zeras. His data sheet should be exactly the same as in the Pariah book. You've got Nemesaur Zandrek, Trazin or Trazin the Infinite. And then you've got some standard sort of units now. So it kicks off with the Royal Warden. Now this is very, very odd that they didn't kick off with the Overlord. I'm very surprised that they started it with the Royal Warden instead, a unit that I would consider like a lieutenant kind of thing. Then very odd that they followed that unit with the Skorpekh Lord. Yeah, puzzles me. But you've got the Royal Warden first, then the Skorpekh Lord. You've got the Lockhust Lord. Very old model now though, that. And then you've got a normal Lord. You've got the Catacomb Command Barge. Then finally you've got the Overlord. It's very strange that they kicked off with all those other units. I would have put the Overlord first and foremost. And what's very interesting to note is that they don't use the brand new Overlord from the Indomitus box set, which is very odd. Very, very odd. Anyway, you've got the Technomancer, looks fantastic. It's a shame they don't show both the Technomancer and Psychomancer in sort of all their glory. I don't think they show it anywhere in here. No, I don't think they do. It's a very small section of painted models, look. It's only a few pages. Yeah, not very good at all, I don't think. I would have rather them had many more pages, triple the number of pages there. They're really cheaped out there. They've put most of the rules and the combat things and the traits and Crusade rules, they've put the emphasis on that rather than the images of the models. And Personally, if I'm buying a physical book like this or a codex, I want to see more pictures of the models in battles and things. I want to see more artwork. I want to see the lore. I think they've done an all right job with the lore look, with the number of pages there. But yeah, severely lacking with the number of pictures of the models. That's, yeah, a downside of this, this entire codex so far. Anyway, moving on. You've got the Psychomancer, you've got a Chronomancer. Again, stunning model, but we can't really see it in its full force. I think I do have the Technomancer. So the Technomancer isn't a new model per se, it's been around for a few years, but the Psychomancer and the Chronomancer are both the new type of Mancers. Then you've got the Plasmancer, which was in the Indomitus box set. You've got Necron Warriors. Again, you've got an option there of the Flayers and the Reapers. You've got Immortals, which I think are the older sets. Then you've got the Canoptek Reanimator. So you're into elite choices. The Hexmark Destroyer is its separate elite choice. You've got the Leech Guard, and then Death Marks, which get this brand new 36-inch range, strength 5, AP -2, damage 1. You can ignore the lookouts and wound rolls of 6s, inflict mortal wounds. Very, very decent models now. They're very tough at toughness 5, got a save of 3+. I mean, I will be doing separate reviews of all these units with these new rules, by the way, and it's the same for the Space Marine Codex. I'll be going through a marathon. There's 100 data sheets or so in that Space Marine Codex, and there are many data sheets in this, and I will be going through reviews for all the models that I own in both of the books with these new codexes. Flayed ones, we get a little taste of what the new flayed ones look like, although there was a separate picture earlier on in this video. The Crypto Thralls, you've just got 2 of them. You can't have any more than that. It is just 2 for that elite choice. You've got the Scorpek Destroyers. Again, you can have 3 to 6. A shame that they Games Workshop didn't capitalise on how good these Scorpek models were. They didn't create a separate multi-part kit for them. You've got the Canoptek Plasmacite. Then you've got the Triarch Stalker. I will be doing a review of this thing very soon, so stay tuned to the channel for that. If you want to see a Triarch Stalker, I'll be doing some nice comparisons with the Necron Seraptek, of course. Then you've got the Catan Shard of the Deceiver and Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. Both of these are very old models. I wish that they renewed them, even if Forge World did it or something. But then you've also got Catan Shard of the Void Dragon. Wow. An elite choice. Incredible model. It's got the Necrodermis, it's got these tail blades, it's got the spear. Really looking forward to that model. That and the Sonic King the most. Then you've got the Transcendent Catan. Don't know whether you can get him separately. I think you have to buy the Tesseract Vault to get that one. Then you've got some Canoptek Spiders. I mean, that looks like a new model, but it may just be different colour scheme. You've got the Scarab Swarms. Now, they have used the new model there for the Swarms from the Indomitus box set and the separate Necron Warriors set. You've got the Ophidian Destroyers. These are a new kit. They look amazing. They're fast. They've got Hyperphase Reap Blades or Threshers and the Ophidian Claws. Doesn't look like they've got any ranged weaponry, but it seems odd that they've kind of gone for a fast attack choice of the Destroyers. You know, they've gone for a multi-part kit for these Ophidian versions, but the Scorpek Destroyers, they haven't. Seems odd that they've gone for a multi-part kit for these and not for the others. I would have thought it would have swapped over. Part of me thinks they were locked in to the Scorpek Destroyers because of the Indomitus set and the way that that was designed. However, they are releasing separate Eradicator sets and Blade Guard sets for Space Marines, so they could have done it for both. You've got some Tomb Blades, which are old models but fast attack. You've got the Triarch Praetorians, fast attack again, and Canoptek Wraiths. I've got the Canoptek Wraiths. They're still really nice models, still big and imposing. Really like them. Got the heavy support now in the form of the Annihilation Barge. I think I do have one of them. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can have a different weapon options. You've got Twin Tesla Destructor there, heavy 10 shots. You've got quantum shielding on it, so it's 5+ invulnerable. You've got a Doomsday Arc, which is again quite an old model now, but maybe worth it for getting it because of that ridiculous Doomsday Cannon, which is a 72-inch range, strength 10, AP -5, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely ridiculous. Then you've got the Lockhurst destroyers. Nothing's changed with them. They're still pretty old models. But then you've got this new unit here, the Lockhurst heavy destroyers. One model, one pose. You've got two different weapon options, either the Enmitic Exterminator or the Gorse Destructor. The difference is that even though the Exterminator looks a better weapon, in my humble opinion, the Gorse Destructor is actually a strength 10 weapon, and it does damage 3d3, so you're going to possibly get damage 9 with that thing. So although it's only a range 36 inch, it does have a movement of 8, so you've still got an effective range there of 44 inches. So it's worth getting a few of those. It's just a shame that they only come in, you know, kind of one pose, but it might be worth getting a couple of them. But decent heavy support choice. That's the thing with Necrons, there is a lot of heavy support choices though. Then we get onto one of my favourite new models, the Canoptek Doomstalker. I would have liked to have seen more of these kind of quadrupedal war machines, maybe taller ones, maybe thicker ones, I don't know. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen that range expanded. But this is the Doomstalker, and it's got a Doomsday blaster, high power. It's not as decent as the Doomsday Cannon, just because of the range, but certainly the strength and the AP and the damage it does is on par with it. So don't feel like you're missing out. It's also a movement speed of 10 inches, so it's a little bit slower than the Doomsday Ark, but that's still an effective range there of 58 inches. Then looking at troop transport, you've only got one option, which is a bit of a shame. That is in the form of the Ghost Ark. You can transport 10 or infantry character models. Flyers, you've got an option of 2 here, the Doom Scythe or the Night Scythe. The Night Scythe has a transport capacity of 20 models. Ridiculous, but the Doom Scythe itself, you can't carry any, but it does have an awesome weapon, the Heavy Death Ray, which is 3 shot, strength 12, AP -4, damage D3 +3, whereas the Night Scythe just has the twin Tesla Destructor. I really want to get the Doom Scythe now that I know that it's got that awesome weapon. If you want to see me review some of these Necron models that don't feature in my army, please do. Thumbs up this video and leave a comment which of the models you'd like to see me unbox and review. Lords of War, wow. This army has so many Lords of War, it's unbelievable. I've never seen an army with so many. You've got choices here, many choices. You've got the Obelisk, which is like the closed Tesseract Vault, which is a bit cheaper. Like similar to a Monolith, I guess. In fact, they're both exactly the same power points cost. The Monolith does have an Eternity Gate. The Obelisk is limited in that it only has the Tesla Sphere, but the Monolith has a Particle Whips, Death Rays, Gorge Flux Arcs, and Portal of Exiles. You've also got the Tesseract Vault, which is very, very pricey. In fact, it's actually the most expensive unit in the army at power points cost of 25. It runs off the powers of the Catan. It's an incredible model, 2+ normal, 4+ invulnerable. I kind of want to get one of them as well now. But the Monolith, I can't wait for the new model. I'm really looking forward to getting it and doing a review from this. Again, put it in the comments if you'd like to see me unbox and review Tesseract Vault or Obelisk. I think that they are quite big units and models to include in my sort of smallish Necron army. But yeah, I'd appreciate your motivation and feedback on that one. Then you've got the final 2 units, which is the Silent King, what you've all been waiting for. It's slightly cheaper than the Tesseract Vault at power points cost for 23. His stat line is affected by the number of wounds remaining. Very, very decent stat line there, just when he's bumped up with the number of wounds. He's got a weapon skill and ballistic skill both of 2+, strength 5, toughness 7, 16 wounds, 6 attacks, leadership 10, and a save of 3+. Wow, he's got this Annihilator Beam. He's accompanied by a Triarchal Menhir, or Menhir. The Triarchal Menhir, they are equipped with these Annihilator Beams, which are a nice 36-inch range. I mean, it's effective range of 44, but strength 12, AP -4, and damage 6. Very, very decent. But the Silent King himself has got the Scepter of Eternal Glory, which is very decent shooting attack, 24-inch. Assault 3, Strength 8, AP -3, Damage 2. He's got Staff of Stars in melee. His strength is bumped up to 9, Scythe of Dust and Staff of Stars in combat as well. And many abilities which we'll go through in the full review of the model where you see him built. So do check back with the channel soon for the full review of him. Then you've got the Convergence of Dominion, which is a new scenery piece kit. We'll be going through all of the rules for that one. Basically got this trans-dimensional abductor, very short range though, so only 12 inches. Can basically use them to move your units around the battlefield. Doesn't look like it can move at all though. And then you've got all the weapon profiles. This is very nice and neat and tidy. Nice bit of artwork there, but I like the way they've done this rather than put them in full boxes. I'm not sure about the colours by highlighting each sort of second weapon. It does break it up a little bit, but it draws your attention to the highlighted profiles, and maybe it would have been better just to have them just plain in that regard. Then you've got more weapon profiles for the melee weapons. That's an awesome looking bit of artwork there. Loads of things going on. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's quite hyper realistic really. You got some points values. So this is a new way of them putting the points costs across. If we go to Lords of War, you'll see the Silent King. It says unit size 3 and the unit cost is 450 points. So it's going to cost you 450 points. Crazy. You know, if you're playing like a 2,000 point game or something, that's you know, quarter of your points just in that model. Then you've got a glossary and then a reference as well, and that's nice. So I don't think we've seen anything like that before. And then there you go, and then you get your code in the back of the book, which you can input into the app and you know, access the Codex. So there we go, that's my first look. I'm a big fan of these soft touch codexes. They're not for everybody's taste, of course, I understand that, but for me, as a YouTube reviewer of Warhammer 40K products, I will be thoroughly enjoying holding this while I'm going through the rules and explaining all of the units to you in the upcoming Necron videos. There's a lot of Necron videos coming up on the channel, not just the new releases. I'll be covering all of the units from my Necron army collection, and that will include some new unboxings. Like I say, there's a few Necron units that I would like to pick up, and I'll be using this codex to reference them. What do you guys think of the new Necron Codex? If you did pick it up, what's your favourite part, and what do you like the least? Please put it in the comments below. And as I said previously, come join us in Discord where you can win the standard edition of this 9th edition Codex. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The flesh is weak.